Hello. 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 As you might have been able to tell because of the title, I'm rating all the animes I've ever watched today. And I know this will be interesting because my taste in anime is weird. Well, it's not weird. It's not like the usual anime taste. And you know, there are many animes that people think are good, but that I didn't enjoy, and many animes that people think I trash, but that I did enjoy. So it's gonna be a kind of complicated, because there's also like so much diversity in the animes that I've watched. So it would be hard to rate them based on only one like category, you know? Like if I rate them like because of, I don't know, character development, that's just not gonna work, because I've watched many slices of life, and you know, nothing happens. Nothing happens in those. So rating for a specific criteria won't work. So I will rate them based on the only common variable that they share, and that's how much I have enjoyed each one. So before you start complaining, this is not like an opinion on how good each anime is, you know? It's just how much I have enjoyed them. Because this stream is not actually like telling you which anime I think is good. It's more like for you to know better what kind of anime I like, what kind of stuff I actually like. You know, it's like more to, this stream is like more to get you to know me better. that's how I see this stream. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's basically it. Yeah, it's because I'm, you know, I'm kind of like a new streamer, so I wanted you to like kind of know me better, and instead of like talking about it randomly on a stream, I can straight up make streams for that. And I didn't think of a better way to get you to know like my taste better than directly making a tier list of all the animes that I've watched. Okay, so I'm gonna wait a second. There we go. These right here, those are all. Wait a second, my throat's kind of dry. Okay, so this is the list of all the animes that I've watched. These are literally all the animes I've ever watched. 34 animes. 34 animes in, I don't know, I think it's been 1 year and a week since I started watching anime. So I don't know if 34 animes in 1 year is like normal, or if it's too much or too little. I don't know. That's not what that's a different story, okay? So I'm going to I think I'm gonna go in order, like from here to here. This would be the last one. Actually, let's put this one like over here. Would be better. Actually, no. Let's leave this one for the end. That one. That's a special one. That has to go at the end. Okay, first, Konohana Kitan. Yeah, many people have called me out for being a furry because of this anime, but I don't care. I liked it. I liked like all the the messages that it like gives, like it's so wholesome. Of course, it has like kind of like its fan service in some scenes, but in general, it's a really, it's a really wholesome anime, and all the like, yeah, kind of like the life lessons that it gives, and it made me cry a lot too. So I think, well, I wouldn't say it's like an absolutely love. Oh yeah, right. I didn't explain this. Masterpieces, totally unbeatable. Nothing better than those. Absolutely love. They're like, yeah, I love them. I'm really good, really big fan of those, but not quite a masterpiece. Then there's like, and well, I like them, right? Then there's okay, and it's like, meh, like, yeah, they're cool. And there's, I don't give a salmon for the ones that I didn't like. I don't think there are much on that category because I choose my animes wisely. There won't be much stuff on that category. So yeah, Konohana, I liked it, I cried and everything, but it doesn't quite make it to the absolutely love. You know what? No. No, I don't know. It sounds weird. Absolutely love sounds weird. Let's just masterpieces, love, like, okay, and don't give us salmon. Okay. That was Konohana. Which is, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. Well, the characters too. Some of the characters are relatable. There are cute characters like Sakura, the little lowly and everything. I like also like the relationships between the characters and how is this girl called? The blue haired fox, Satsuki? I think it was Satsuki. Yeah, that girl. She is basically a tsundere, and it's the same old story, except that she didn't fall in love with Yuzu. But anyway, she's so annoying and everything, and all tsunderes, and you know how tsunderes are, right? And I like that kind of transformation. Wait a second, I just realized I'm covering up some of the animes here. I don't know where to put me. I'm too big because I'm covering those. There. I think that's better. I think it's fine there. Okay, second. Sleepy Princess on the Demon Castle. That's basically a slice of life because, well, it's literally about just her trying to sleep on the castle of the Demon King that kidnapped her. So it's kind of, it gets boring at times because it's the same thing over and over again. But like, it's this at the same time. It's not like it's interesting. Yes, I do. I find it interesting to see the creative ways that she finds to be comfortable in a place where she's not supposed to be comfortable. It's also like kind of an isekai, but not because it has like that kind of video game feel. It's sometimes, well, the princess dies and she respawns, right? And it sometimes shows like pause and the levels and everything. They make a lot of references that makes us understand that it's a video game, basically. But what I find interesting about it is the fact that it's like a reverse video game. Well, not totally reverse. Because reverse would be playing as a villain, but here it's like playing a Mario Bros game, but from Princess Peach's perspective. And the thing she does, trapped in Bowser's castle. That's how I see this anime. That's how I see Sleepy Princess. Yeah, that's how I see that one. It's like playing Mario from the perspective of a princess. She's just there in the castle doing whatever she can think of. While Bowser's just like, what the hell? Why are you so relaxed? That's like the vibes that I get from this anime. That interesting concept alone makes it go above okay. I don't know. there's all the concept of the princess being able to reunite humans and monsters and everything, but I don't think that's enough to make it a love. I think we'll leave it at okay. Well, sorry, not okay, like. I liked it. It's above okay, but I didn't love it. It's there. It's okay. Violet Evergarden, okay, you're straight. You're straight up a masterpiece, okay? There's no arguing about it. Violet Evergarden is a masterpiece. Full stop. It's just a masterpiece. You cannot argue about that. Like, first of all, of course, Violet's character development, how she transforms from a military veteran who has like basically no emotions and is like programmed to follow orders and actually craves getting orders and everything and doing everything that the major tells her to a person that actually can understand other person's feelings. And yeah, I cried a lot during that anime. I think I cried with every single episode. And also the fact that they get so deep into each character's backstory, even though they're basically side characters. Not even... Yeah, they're just side characters. The people that Violet writes, types letters for. They are literally background supposedly non-important characters, but they make them important because the main character is Violet, and actually her co-workers at the office are more irrelevant than the people that Violet types the letters for. And they are also important for Violet because they are the ones who help her to understand the feelings that people feel, you know? The feelings that people feel, yeah, of course. And, well, yeah, she made everything, she did all what she did to understand what the words "I love you" mean. Well, you know, everything the major told her and everything. The little girl of the 50 cards on her 50 birthdays. That scene, that part, that episode, it's painful, it's sad, but at the same time it's so heartwarming. It broke my heart too, watching that little girl cry because her mother wasn't paying attention to her, when all she was doing actually was making sure that she would have her mother's wisdom for the next 50 years. I'm sorry, I'm crying. Yeah, you know, if you watched Violet Evergarden, you would understand. I think I cannot talk about this anime anymore, or I'm gonna burst crying here. Okay. Also, the music. Okay, I'm gonna stop, or I'm not gonna be able to keep going on. We just started, okay? I cannot cry yet. I can't cry yet. The kid of the hospital in the movie. No. Okay, enough. Let's keep going. My dress-up darling. This, you know, kind of, I think it's overrated. I know I am no one. I'm literally not the right person. I'm the worst person to say that an anime is overrated because I like some trash anime. I like some animes that are absolute trash, so I'm not the right person to say that. You know? But I didn't like it as much as people told me that I would. I don't know. You know, well, I don't know. It was like a pretty average slice of life to me. I did enjoy it, but not as much as any other of these animes that I've watched. So I did not dislike it, but it's okay. That's straight up an okay. Just average, like, slice of life / rom-com / yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Okay, on. the people, the anime that people often complain about being literally nothing, that's what a slice of life is, and I don't care. I'm gonna put it here. You can fight me on that. You can fight me on this one. K-On! Is a freaking masterpiece, period. I don't care what you think. I liked it a lot. I took a while watching the entire thing, but it was because I was very busy on that time. At that time, yeah. So I took a while, but it's not that I didn't find it entertaining. Well, it's just slice of life. Literally nothing happens. But I like seeing how the girls like just grow closer to each other and how their happiness, what? How their friendship, why did I say happiness? How their friendship grows. More than friendship, they end up like being kind of family, you know? They have like, at the end of the show, they have like that kind of sisterly friendship kind of thing. The song Tenchi ni Furetayo, the song that they sing for Azusa at the end. I cried so much. Also, during their last concert, the one that they sang at the school festival, the one that then they went to the light music club room and they just hugged each other and cried. I cried also for like 30 minutes straight after finishing that episode. Yeah, but also, like, all the lessons that you learn, it sounds stupid. But for example, well, I know most of what they do is just drink tea and eat candy. But, you know, there are some kind of things, like, for example, the reasons why Yui composed You and I for her sister, like, they gave everything for granted, right? The light music club room and everything. And one day, I don't remember well. I think they were, I don't know. It was under maintenance. I think there was like a leak on the pipes or something. So the light music club room was not available. So they couldn't. They were recording something. I don't remember well. So they couldn't use the light music club room. Okay, the music room. I'm the music classroom. That's a long name. The music classroom. And they didn't know what to do, and they had to rent a studio, and there were a lot of things that went out of hand. It was super complicated. That day was super complicated for them, for the girls. And that day, Ui, the sister of Yui, was also sick, you know. So that day, Yui, who depends so much on other people, especially her sister, just realized that she was like taking everything for granted, that she thought that she wasn't prepared for losing that kind of things. And that's when she came up with You and I. And that was a special moment for her because she was used to only composing songs about food. So You and I is like an important song for Yui. It was the first song that she wrote that was not about food. And, well, that's when she realized that she had to be, like, grateful for all the things that she had, and her sister being around her all the time, because she realized that without her sister, she would be lost. So that's why I love so much the backstory of You and I, the song. Okay. I already talked about Asusa. The song they composed for her. Oh yeah, Yui also thinking about nothing but writing the song for Asusa during their trip to London. I love Yui. My favorite one is still Mio, I think. Yeah, Mio or Asusa might be my favorite ones. But Yui, they're all special, you know, in their own way. So yeah, a masterpiece. I don't care what you all think. K-On's a freaking masterpiece. You cannot change my mind. Now, Konosuba. Yeah, we got a deal here. We got a situation here. We've got Konosuba, Konosuba, and we've got also Princess Connect, actually, and they are really, really similar. They're so similar. They're actually, I think they're both directed by the same director. So yeah, they are so similar. Of course, there are differences. But I don't know. Let's break this down. Okay, Konosuba is basically, well, it's an isekai, but it's basically comedy. It's just kind of like a slice of life in a fantasy world, just like Princess Connect. Konosuba, it doesn't have many fights. I think Princess Connect has more fights than Konosuba. I don't know. The relationship between characters is kind of like this. Okay, it's not the same. Because, I don't know, let's say that Kazuma and Aqua are the equivalents to Yuki and Kokoro here. Yeah, I don't know, I enjoyed them like, kind of like the same amount, so how much I enjoyed them doesn't apply here. Because they're so similar. So I'm just kind of breaking down the differences between them. Let's say, yeah, Kazuma and Aqua are the equivalents to Yuki and Kokoro, because they're like the first ones, you know? But the relationship between Yuki and Kokoro is so different from the relationship of Kazuma and Aqua. Like, Kazuma is always bullying Aqua for being useless and everything. Meanwhile, Kokoro and Yuki, they're just friends, you know? They're pals. It's fine. It's, you know, regular, average friendship. Konosuba was kind of like funnier, but Princess Connect had like more emotional moments. Konosuba's emotional moments are basically the most emotional moments are like at the end of each season and the movie, like the final battles and everything. The moment of the final explosion, where all the Crimson Village gives, lends all their power to Megumin and Yun for their single light off saber, I think it is, and explosion. That moment was just, and the music, like we hear the theme song of the explosions of Megumins, you know, those violins, that the string set, and we are used to it by that point. But then it changes. For that moment in the battle, the music changes, and it becomes so much more epic, and it's like, it feels like every single thing on the entire show led to that moment. Every single explosion that Megumin casted led to that single explosion. That's what I take for that change in the theme song, because it starts the same, but then it evolves, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I think that also Megumin's explosions, the explosion, I don't know how to say it. Those are equivalent to Pecorina's Princess Strikes. You know, explosion, Princess Strike. You know, they're like the same vibe, you know? Okay, I don't know. Okay, I think they are both in... I'm in trouble here. Masterpiece or love? Masterpiece or love? Can I add another one? Add row above. Yeah. Because I'm in trouble here. I don't know. This is like a gray area between love and masterpiece. Actually, why is it so complicated? Why is it so complicated to choose between two animes? Well, they're so similar that, well, it's inevitable. They're just so similar that, you know, it's hard to choose between them. There. And there. There we go. That's better. How should we call this one? There. Love and absolutely love. That's different. We're gonna drag both of these masterpieces here. Okay, they're not master. Why did I say that? Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. I changed my mind. They're just gonna go directly to masterpiece category. I don't know. They're just, yeah, I changed my mind. They're fucking masterpieces. I regret having said otherwise before. There. There we go. Also, there's something I want to mention about Princess Connect that I didn't say. That moment when the princess, I don't remember her name, the fox princess, that asshole. That was such a dirty move. The thing that she did at the end, towards the end of season 2, like that ring, she gave that ring to Carol or Kiaru, I don't know. Like, and she was so excited of the princess giving her a gift. She was like, oh, she appreciates me. But it turned out that that ring was only something that the princess was using to her advantage. I was like, Carol, are you blind? She's using you. How? Why do you still say you love her? She was using her. And I was... That scene when she gets teleported by the ring directly to the princess to be used as a human shield. I mean, giving her a present and make her think that you actually appreciate her just to... So it turns out that that ring was only a gadget, a tool to teleport Carol to her, to use her as a fucking human shield. I was so sad. I was, first of all, crying because they killed that red girl. I don't remember how she was called. Labyrinth? Something like that. And the expression in Carol's face, that was so heartbreaking. And I raged. There are very few things that actually make me like feel rage in my body, and that moment, that thing that the princess did to Carol was one of them. I was so mad at her. I was like, Shine Baka. I was so angry. Yeah, okay, having said that, the final princess strike moment, when they all combine their strength to make one single princess strike, and then Yuki dying and making, and like not making the redive again, but you know, going back to that exact same moment, because this time he wants to protect their friendship and the relationships with other people. That just gold. That moment was just brilliant. Something else to say? I don't think so. I think I was going to say something and I forgot. Oh yeah, the game. I know that the anime is kind of like a sequel to the game, because like in the game he made like a few redives, and then the anime is the last redive. But I don't care, I didn't play the game. I'm actually not a kind of a mobile gamer. Well, I've played games like Angry Birds and stuff, but you know, mobile games are not quite my thing. And actually my phone couldn't run that game well, so I just played like the first 30 minutes. Okay, moving on. Okay. Overflow. Why did I even put this here? Did I do that? Why did I even put this here? Overflow. I'm not gonna talk about this. It's just okay. We're gonna ignore this. We're going to ignore overflow. If you know, you know. I'll just say it's okay. Moving on. Nyanko Days. This anime lasts like 24 minutes in total. It's really short. It was based on a 4-panel manga for kids. So, yeah. It's basically about humanoid, tiny little, well, cat-sized humanoid cats. They're like cat girls, but the size of an actual cat. And they're lowlies. And the owners are lowly too. Kind of. And it's a slice of life. You know, nothing happens. But for some reason, I like it. Yes, I liked it more than my Dress Up Darling. Is there a problem with that? Do you have anything to say about that? No. Yeah, Code Ace is just, I enjoyed it more than my Dress Up Darling for some reason. I don't know why, I just like it. I've watched it like 10 times. Yeah, I don't know. There's really nothing about it. It's just entertaining, and well, the cats and everything are cute, so yeah. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, there's also no arguing about that. You go straight to the masterpiece here. There's a lot to say about this one. So, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Part of my early anime stage. It was one of the first animes. I think it was one of the first 10 animes that I watched. I don't remember well. But yeah, it was really early when I was just starting to watch anime. At first I was mocking the opening, the people T-posing, spinning in the air. And now every time that I listen to that song, Rhapsody of Blue Sky, I just break down in tears. Tears of happiness, of course. It's not that sad. It's not sad at all. It's basically a slice of life with dragons and everything. It has some battles, but most of them are irrelevant. They're not actual battles. The only actual battle is like the flashback of Toru fighting the gods. That's the only real life or death battle. Maybe the one with the Lulu on the beginning of season 2. I don't know. Not quite. The battles are just irrelevant in this anime. But I like the fact that Toru is one of the rarest dairy types. The Go Dairy, I think it was. I don't even know if it's that rare. Supposedly, Go Dairies are like the rarest ones, and Toru is one of those. I like how Toru just doesn't give up on Kobayashi. Because Kobayashi's not even a lesbian. But Toru just doesn't give up on her. Kobayashi just doesn't want her. She's like, okay, you're here, you're my mate, you're my friend, everything, but Kobayashi just doesn't like her. And it's clear from the first episode that she won't change. But Toru just doesn't give up. It's just hilarious. But at the same time, it's nice, you know? The Toru doesn't. Yeah, she sometimes jumps into the yandere territory. But it's not that bad. It's not Toru. Well, you know, she's part of the. If I say this, you will notice. She's part of the Chaos faction. And I think you noticed by now. Where I come from too, right? Because I'm the king, the son of the Chaos faction, you know. Now you know where I base my lore from. Okay, yeah, well, there's a lot about this anime. When Kana arrives, and also all the life lessons that Kobayashi teaches the dragons, and how Kobayashi teaches them how to be human, not only to act like a human and to blend in, like actually to be human. She explains them like the human emotions and human behaviors and everything. So they end up like, yeah, being human. Not only like, yeah, I got human form, I can blend in. No, like they actually end up being human and having human emotions and everything. So yeah, the part when Kobayashi, quote unquote, adopts Kana That's... I cry every single time that I watch it. What else? Oh, the reconciliation between Toru and Elma. That's a nice scene. That's a battle too. But it's a friendly battle. I mean, there's something that Kobayashi says about their relationship that is pretty interesting. Because Toru and Ilulu, well, they think that they hate each other, but Kobayashi knows that they are actually friends. You know, because they know each other so well that only a friend like could know someone up to that level, that deep, you know. And that got me thinking, and I came to realize that the only things or people that we actually know as much as the people or things that we love are the things and people that like we hate. Like there's a really thin line between love and hate. And yeah, the only way we can come to love or hate something is knowing them way too bad, too good. You know, so having that knowledge, that much knowledge about a person could only mean that you either love them or hate them. That's actually an interesting concept. What else? Should I talk about this? Should I talk about this? If I talk about this, I might cry. If I talk about this, I might cry. I don't care. Okay. The fact that Toru doesn't give up on Kobayashi and she insists on dating her and being with her, even though she knows that Kobayashi's immortal and that Kobayashi will die thousands of years before Toru. That just might be like one of the hardest tests of love. Like really wanting to be with someone that you know that won't be there with you for the rest of your life. Like I wonder, even though Toru never actually got to be in a relationship, in that kind of relationship with Kobayashi, she got to a point in which like their friendship was strong enough, you know, like, so I wonder what would happen with, I didn't read the manga. They might answer that there. I actually want to read it, but yeah, like how must Toru feel after Kobayashi's death? Like when Kobayashi dies, like what? How would Toru react? Like she has to live now thousands of years, living like with just the memory, the memory and the feelings that Kobayashi gave her. Dealing with that for thousands of years? I don't know. That must be hard. That's why I'm glad I'm not in love with anyone, right? I actually am, but I'm not going to talk about that. That's something else. But I, as a dragon, I don't know, if that happened to me, that would be devastating to me. I mean, I have lost people. And I know I will have to live thousands of years from now. I am 2,400 years old. And that's actually, he's still young for a dragon. And, well, you know, having such an important person to you and then living years, thousands of years, centuries, millenniums, well, not millenniums, but living thousands of years without that person that once was so special to you. I don't know if you could get, like, over that. Like, a relationship like Kobayashi's and Toru's, I don't know if Toru could actually get over it. I don't know if she could. I don't think she could ever forget Kobayashi, even if she lives thousands of years. I don't know. Yep, those are the reasons why this is a masterpiece. I've been talking about this one anime for like 12 minutes. Okay, let's keep going on because this is not even half of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10! They are 34! This is not even half of them. Okay. Oh, this is a long one too. There you go. You're a masterpiece too. This anime is so good. I remember when I watched season 1. Okay, first of all, the way that I met Love is War was through Chikawa or Chika Dance or however you call it. I was just browsing through YouTube and that song popped up. Well, it was actually a re-upload from a channel that named it the title of the video was that one song that the otakus cannot stop dancing, and it was a cool song, you know. Then I looked it up and everything, and I found Love is War, and I watched the first episode. Not even the first episode. I watched the first 3 minutes of the first episode, and it was like, wow. Just like that perspective that Kaguya and Miyuki have. That love is actually a game in which the first one to fall in love loses and everything. That single context in which the entire show is based, that's actually interesting. And well, all the big brain moves and everything, and well, you know, people complain that there's actually basically no romance in the entire anime, yet it's classified as a romance anime. I don't know why people complain about that, because it's a different kind of romance, right? And the fact that there's not a single kiss or not a single like actual lovey-dovey thing between Shinomiya and Shirogane until the very last episode of season 3, that's just what makes it interesting. Like, they have you like waiting all those seasons just forget that moments of satisfaction at the end that Miyuki and Shinomiya are actually are finally together. It's, I don't know, I liked it. All the big brain moves and all the how the characters interact with each other. Also, the ending of the second season being like the footage that we see on the opening of season 1. I was so excited when I see that. I barely ever feel the need to clap, but I clapped there. I was like, yes! I was so excited. I was so excited about that. I was so hyped. The thing with the balloon and everything. Yeah. It's a really good anime. Okay, now, Ponyo. I don't really have much to say about this movie. It's like okay-ish. It was just a movie that I kind of like watched because I was bored. I had nothing to do. But it's entertaining and everything, but yeah, it's not like actually, it's not that good, but you know, it's entertaining. It's entertaining, so it's like okay. It's okay. Frick. Charlotte. You're a masterpiece too. Charlotte. What's the second anime that I ever watched? Oh, wait. There. Charlotte was the second anime that I ever watched. And it was actually my favorite anime for a while. Even though it was replaced later. I'll talk about that in a few moments. But it was replaced for an anime that I enjoyed most. More. But yeah, whatever. But it was my favorite anime for a while. Like, all the concept of having superpowers, but like unlike other things about superpowers, it's not about learning how to control the power. It's straight up about not using the power. You know, and well, you trying to the ending. You trying to get all the powers in the world of all the kids just to keep them safe from the scientists and everything, but that like damaged his brain, and that was an emotional moment. I cried a lot with this one too, especially on Ayumi's death. That was That was kind of, it was like the first time that I saw an anime death, you know? It was the second anime that I watched, and the first one that I watched was a slice of life, so that was like the first death that I experienced in anime. And yep, I cried a lot with that one. And every time that I rewatch it, I cry the same way. I cry as if it was the first time. Also, all the things with Tomori's brother, with Nao's brother, because he's Tomori too, but Nao's brother, that was heavy stuff, you know? But all the things with the Shiad singer and how they kind of like, quote unquote, cured him, that was a pretty deep emotional moment. I loved it. I love that anime in general. As I said, it used to be my favorite one. Now it's not, but it's still a masterpiece for me. This is when it gets controversial. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. I know. And I said I'm sorry. I know. Don't worry. I know, and I said I'm sorry. No. Don't. I said I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I am. But it's the truth. I didn't like Demon Slayer. This just shows how little I care for shonen, because I know many people say like it's one of the best shonens currently, but I didn't like it. And if I didn't like one that's supposed to be like one of the best, like the top 10, I don't think I ever will like another action shonen. First of all, don't get me wrong, I do like fighting, but there's just something about anime fighting that doesn't quite. Actually, thinking of it, on second thought, I actually like don't like fighting, anime fighting, fighting in general. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't care. Star Wars and everything is like okay, it has fighting and everything, but the thing is the emotional thing in the battles. For example, the battle in Revenge of the Sith between Anakin and Obi-Wan. You know the deal. You know how it goes. But Demon Slayer, I don't know. It does have its emotional things. I don't know what it is. I really can't point my finger at it, but I just don't like it. I just didn't like it. It didn't catch my eye to actually watch it to begin with. I watched it because someone recommended it to me, but I'm sorry, my friend, I didn't like it. It's not that I didn't like it at all, but it's just not my thing. I know it's good. Don't get me wrong. I know it's good. It's just not my thing. It's just not for me, despite being good according to most people. What I did like was the music. There were some moments that I did like, that for example, this girl that couldn't make decisions without her coin, just like Harvey Two Faces, you know, and the Tanjiro convinced her to not use the coin and follow her heart by using the coin and everything. I liked that kind of things, but they don't happen really often in this kind of animes. So if I've got all of these, which are all of these that are basically made of emotional moments like that, then this one's nothing compared to these ones. Okay, I've got nothing else to say about this shit. I said the word. Oh, sorry. But this salmon, Wataten. You. I've got nothing in love. Should I delete that category? Because I'm not using it. But okay, I think I'm gonna put it in like, because it's a slice of life. Basically nothing happens, and there is kind of some character development. Okay, you know what? If Wataten's love instead of like, then Konohana Kitan is too. There, I fixed it. Okay, Wataten. There is some kind of character development with the main lowly, Hannah. You know, she's a tsundere. She's literally the personification of a tsundere girl. She is just the literal description of a tsundere girl. She's literally the living embodiment of tsundere girls. This is literally the definition of tsundere. She's at the beginning, she just hates Miyako, but then she like slowly accepts her. Well, she kind of buys her with candy and stuff for Hannah to let her dress her with the cosplays that she makes and everything. But there is some kind of like character development there. Hannah like becomes a little bit softer with time, you know, and actually starts to accept Miyako. Yeah, so yeah, that there is that kind of yeah, I don't know how to explain it. The anime in general is just the average slice of life. It's fun to watch and everything. It's entertaining. I love the girls. They're so cute and everything. Hannah's my favorite one. There's also Noah. She's cute and everything, but no. I think how's Canon? Canon's my second favorite one. There's a clumsy one, clumsy red hair. Obviously, Noah is the typical millionaire blondie. And, well, Hinata, she's just a little girl with a sister complex. And Miyako, the most relatable character ever. You know, university student, shy, doesn't go out, super introverted. You know, just one of the most relatable characters ever. Oh, right. I was about to forget the most important thing about Wataten, whatever. The play that the girls, the school play at the end. That was I cried with that thing. You know, I found really interesting that concept of the angel becoming human and everything. Like, Hannah, well, okay, she's not Hannah, it's the angel. Like, the angel falling in love. The angel, the one in charge of making people falling in love, fell in love himself. You know, so, and then giving up his immortality just to be with that human? Like, the angel had to go through a mountain as a human. She was used to not feeling anything. She was just used to fly and have all the amenities and like goodies and everything that she could have, and then suddenly becoming human, having to climb that mountain, feeling cold for the first time, feeling thirst and starving for the first time, feeling her feet aching for the first time, just to see a human, just to see that human. That must be like the ultimate test of love, because even after she arrives, the human that she fell for, she's no longer there. She was dead because of how long she took, and that was just heartbreaking. But as she was told that she was going to disappear if that human didn't accept her love, and well, the human died, so she technically didn't accept her love. So the angel thought that she would disappear, right? But she didn't. Why? Because that human kept her love alive through her family, telling stories and everything, and that's just I don't know. It's just, you know. Wait, what happened? I lost chat. Wait, what happened? Where's chat? I lost my chat. Hello? Wait a second. Technical difficulties, what did I do? Oh, there we go. We're back. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, that must be like the ultimate test of love. Like giving up literally your immortality and taking a chance of literally dying in that exact moment for a person, and the chances of dying not depending on you but on that person's love for you, that's like the ultimate test of love. There could not be something harder than that. Okay, so moving on. 3D Kanojo, Real Girl. This one, well, you know, it was kind of slow. Like, nothing, quote unquote, interesting really happens until the end, when Iroha loses her memories and everything. The rest is just normal rom-com / slice of life. But it's all of that slice of life-ish thingy that leads us to like relate to the characters and get attached to them. And that's what makes the ending hit hard. That's what makes you sad at the ending. That, like, knowing all what they've been through, and that then Iroha losing her memories and not remembering all of that happened. That's what makes it the ending interesting. Having seen all the other things that happened, even though it was a normal life, but those memories become precious when you are in the verge of losing them, even though they were actually not like something else, like something from another world. It was a normal life, but it was a happy life, and losing those memories would not be nice, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I think there are better animes than that one and this one. No, actually, yeah. Why not? Why not? Let's put it there on love. That's better. That's better. Okay, so next, a place further than the universe. My throat's dry. Wait a second. I'm gonna mute myself. I don't want you to hear me drinking. Okay, so a place further than the universe. I think that one is on Love 2. Why? Because, well, I like how Kimari. Yes, I know the names of every single character of every single anime I've watched. Yes, I know. It's not weird. Shut up. So, how Kimari, just like everything. Well, she's an idiot. She's the average, clumsy, stupid character. But how she doesn't want to waste her youth, right? She's about to finish her youth, and like she doesn't want to waste it, right? So she wants to do like something big, and all the things that she does to pursue her dream. You know, well, she met the other girl. This is embarrassing. I don't remember her name. I just said I know all the names for all the characters, and I forgot it. Shida something. Yusuki. No, Yusuki was the other one. Shirase. Yeah, Shirase was the girl that wanted to go to the Antarctica. Yeah, so yeah, when she met her and all the things that they did to like achieve their dreams. They had a dream in common. Different reasons, but the same dream. And how they become friends, pursuing like a goal they had in common and everything. That's nice to watch. And how their friendship, like at the beginning they were not friends. They were just like a group of girls trying to go to Antarctica, and then like how they became friends. That's nice to watch too. When they take a while to actually go to Antarctica, and they have their struggles, like the incident with the passport. Uh, but you know, when yeah, I don't know. The anime is not about the girls in Antarctica because they actually take like 7 episodes to get there. It's about how they get there, and that's what's interesting to watch. Like watching them do all of those things to achieve their dreams, and then the things with the things with the mother of Shirase's mother. That thing there, sure, that hurts. That freaking hurts. That hurts. Also, like that scene of the computer when she's watching all the emails that she sent her mother and that she never actually had the chance to read. I cried so much during that scene. It was so painful to watch too. And also, the thing with Yuzuki not having friends, her birthday and everything, that's why she ended up being my favorite one. That's so relatable. Of course, not being an idol and everything like she was, but the thing with the friends, that's relatable. Okay, yeah. Also, the part when, like, they thought in the beginning that they couldn't, they were not gonna be able to see the aurora because they were in the summer days of Antarctica where it is mostly daytime and the sun never sets, right? So then in the ship, when they were back at the ship, and Kimari like gasps and she's like, look, I got goosebumps because even before they showed it, I already knew what it was. I was like, oh, here it comes, and I got goosebumps. And then all of them watching the aurora together, the aurora, I don't know. I've got speech problems. I cannot pronounce it correctly. Aurora. Yeah. Then all of them watching it together, that was just heartwarming. Yeah. Also, the scene when Kimari is saying goodbye to her friend. How was her? Megumi? I think it was Megumi. Yeah, her friend was Megumi, yeah. When she's saying goodbye, and they're like, she's like saying we're no longer friends, and like she has all that emotional struggle and everything. I cried during that scene too. Okay, yeah, it's a great anime, all the emotional stuff, and yeah, you know, yeah. Moving on. Oh, and happy. This one. Well, I did like it a lot, but most of the things that I like are the music. Nah, let's put in like. I don't kind of love it, but I do like it a lot. Sorry. So, and happy. And happy. Okay, the thing with this anime, the thing with and happy, is that, well, the thing that they try to teach them is not what they actually like learn. Like since the beginning, they're treated like the odd ones out. They're, you know, they are considered like, you know, the plot of the anime, right? They're considered the odd ones, the ones that are unlucky, and they put them in the happiness class to supposedly teach them how to be happy. But everything ends up being more about luck than happiness. And well, you know, the same old story, how they all become friends and stuff. And then all the you know, that after that, all the stuff with what was I about to say? I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, well all the well, I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, Anne Hanako being like considered unfortunate because she's always falling down. Well, Hibari is complicated. It's basically because of the thing with her parents. I wouldn't consider that. Well, yeah. The thing of her parents and everything was like why they considered her unfortunate. Botan was because she was extremely delicate, you know. Hibiki, well, her orientation problems, and then Ren. The thing with the animals, even though I wouldn't consider that being unlucky. Like, what? Why? No, animals are just attracted to her, and that's not bad, I guess. But everyone that anime taught me that everything is, about perspective. Like something could be bad or good depending on the perspective. Like everybody saw Hanako falling down all the time as something bad, except for her. She actually saw it as something good. She said at the end, like, if I hadn't fallen down on that bridge, I wouldn't have met you and everything. And she sees like the positive side on everything. And she's right. She's not just trying to make some bullshit up, trying to see the positive side where there's not. She's just actually looking the positive side on things that actually have a positive side, where people just see the negative side. And that's why I like that one. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about that. Bubble, this is a movie. I think it's from Warner Bros. It was okay. I actually watched it like at 11 p.m. So I was sleepy. I didn't pay much attention to it, but yeah, it was entertaining. I actually do parkour myself, so that's why I found it interesting. But yeah, that moment when Uta disappears and all this stuff, you know. Well, it's a movie, so I didn't quite get to connect with the characters that much. Also because I was sleepy, I watched it sleep deprived, so I couldn't actually connect with my emotions there. I want to rewatch it, but until now, I think it's just an okay. Okay, Spy Family. This. Who doesn't like Spy Family, right? Who doesn't like it? It's. Wait. Okay, whatever. Who doesn't like it, right? Spy Family it's just great. It's just great. And my point of view and my reasons to like it may be different from what other people think. I honestly came here because of Anya, I really like lowlies. Not in that. No. No, not in that way. Not in that way. I like lowlies because they're cute. I am not a lolicon. I just like them because they're cute. I want to head pat them and everything, but nothing else, okay? Okay, it's a healthy lowly liking. No, don't misunderstand me. I don't like lowlies because of that reason. It's because they're cute, okay? They're just cute. I would like to head pat them until there. I'm not a lolicon. Okay, continuing with what I was saying. Spy Family. I like it. I like it because I don't know. I know they're just pretending to be a family, but they look cute. They look pretty. It's beautiful watching the three of them together eating and having breakfast, or when they go for walks and stuff. I don't know. I think I like it because I've pondered about this many times, but I would really like to have like a family and everything. I've been really, I don't know, inclined to that idea lately. That I would like to have, a wife and a kid, taking the kids to school and everything, and making my family happy. And I really like the concept of making my own family. That's why I liked Spy Family so much, even though they're pretending. But it sometimes doesn't feel like they're pretending. Yeah, okay. Blendas. Blendis. Literally the first anime that I ever watched. Yeah, you can thank this anime. Without this one, you wouldn't have me. Because this anime caused a butterfly effect that it's now why I'm here. Because without this anime, I wouldn't have watched all of these other animes. I'm gonna put it in like, because it's actually I actually just watched it once when I watched it for the first time, and I remember it was entertaining. If it weren't, I would have just gave up on anime. I wouldn't have continued watching it. But you know, I think that the first anime that I ever watched being a slice of life was like programmed me to like mostly slices of life and rom-coms. But yeah, there's no much emotional value about this one. Well, all the thing with Micah wanting to study abroad and everything, I don't really remember that much. I just know I enjoyed it. Yeah. I don't have much to say about it. Yeah, it was the first anime that I watched. I actually watched it. The memes got me curious. The smile, sweet sister, sadistic, surprise, service, we are so those. That meme just got me curious, so I looked it up. I asked a friend, and he was like, yeah, there's this thing called Crunchyroll. You can watch it there. And that was about a year ago. That's when it all started. Okay, moving on. Rent a Girlfriend. I actually didn't watch today's episode, but just something else. I've liked season 2 until now, but just for season 1, I think it's a love. Just for season 1. Season 2, it's been nice too. All the plot twists, like basically every single episode ends in a cliffhanger, and that's sometimes annoying, but it's also like a good strategy. It's what keeps you coming back to the anime. And you know, it's actually kind of... Actually, I can relate to Mami-chan. I know, many of you consider her an asshole. But I know her. I know her because I read part of the manga and her backstory, which has not been explained in the anime. So that's why many people see her as an asshole. But having read like her backstory and everything, I just feel her. I feel her pain. I know what she's been through, and I can relate to that. I know what it's like. So I know she is really deep inside. She's not a bad person. She's just, you know, she's just in pain, you know, and she doesn't handle her pain well. That's why. But I know she's not really a bad person. Then, well, you know, yeah. Then, you know, the other three, they're cute and stuff, and, well, basically the same as Love is War, just him, the main character, trying to ask her crush out, but not knowing how. Well, okay, it's nothing like Love is War. I take that back. But yeah, you know, the typical relatable story of high school, even though they're in university. Not knowing how to ask her crush out and stuff. But yeah, you know, it's entertaining too. But yeah, I love Ruka's backstory is complicated too, and I like it too. That's why I like it too. Mizuhara's story is complicated too. I don't know much about Sumi. I know she has her own spin-off, but I have not read it either. But I will. I want to. I actually want to. Okay, Horimiya. This is just love too. This is love too. Why? I don't know. It's just one of those animes that you're like, wow, but you actually don't know how. I love how, like, the relationship between Hori and Miyamura. Well, that's the main point of the story. Duh. That's why it's called Horimiya. But okay, yeah, I like how they kind of like connect. Oh, sorry. I like how they kind of connect since the beginning. They connect so much that they never even asked each other out. They just like kind of knew. After a while, they were just like automatically dating. No one asked the other out. Miyamura was never like, hey, do you want to date me? Nor Hori was ever, hey, do you want to date me? No, they automatically like, they just connected so well, and that's what I like about it. They just connected so well that they just one day they just happened to automatically be dating. Okay, we're getting into more interesting terrain here. The quintessential quintuplets, no doubt, you're a masterpiece. I know. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about this one. The quintessential quintuplet is just the masterpiece. You know, I've got 5 volumes, 5 physical volumes, even though I read up to volume 11 online, on digital, on ebook. But I actually want to buy the rest of the collection. Well, the volume 11 already starts narrating what would happen in the movie that I'm still waiting for. And the 12, 13, and 14, I guess they are covered in the movie too. I don't know. I'm waiting for the movie yet. But you know. They're basically all the 5, like all the 5 different dereis, the most popular, the top 5 most popular dereis. Those are the quints. You know, Nino, of course, the tsundere, Yotsuba, the dere, Miku, I think she's called a kudere. I wouldn't know exactly how to classify what dere type would be assigned to Ichika and Itsuki. I just know their personalities. I know my girls. I don't know all the dere types, but I know my girls. And like, you know, seeing all the relationship with Futaro and everything. Also, seeing the sisters overcome like the difficulties that, you know, the hate between them, the sister wars and everything. That's complicated, but it's nice seeing how in the end they all like, they're sisters. In the end, they're sisters, you know. All the thing with her mother. When I read the volume 11, that scene at the funeral of their mother, I cried like a baby for like 30, even more. I cried during days after reading that part of the manga of the little Quins, 12-year-old Quins crying at the funeral of their mother. That was heartbreaking. And then Itsuki, when she decides that she's going to take control, that she's going to replace... No. That's too painful. That's too painful to watch, to read. Just as Violet Evergarden. This anime, in general, it's just too painful to watch. But yeah, you know, that part of the quintessential quintuplet, that's hard. That's sad. That's so sad. But you know, also, the lessons that in the anime that they kind of put to practice that their mother gave them, that they should always be together no matter what, and that all the things, you know, good or bad, are to be shared equally in 5 parts between the 5 of them. Like, the problem of one is the problem of all of them, and the fact that all the other 4 girls just repeated the entire school year just to not leave Yotsuba alone. That's just... Yeah. And well, there's the romance thing too. But yeah, I like it more because of, yeah, you know, all of those lessons that their mother just left for them. Yeah, like all of her mother left so much things for them, even though they might not even realize it. But those lessons are valuable, really valuable. And I don't know if further, like later on the manga or movie, they realize that. Also, what their grandfather says about that love, about the love is the key to tell them apart. I love that. I love that. Also, I admire you. I know that their father, well, Mr. Nakano, their stepfather, actually. I know Mr. Nakano is actually kind of the antagonist, but I actually admire that man. That he is a remarkable man. I mean, I'm not. I don't have really clear what his relationship with their mother was. For what I read on Volume 11, I guess he was only the doctor or something. But taking responsibility of not one or two, but five little girls that are not even yours. From what I've read from the manga, I actually don't know yet what happened to their biological father. But taking responsibility of five girls that are not even yours, and like taking actual care of them. Like, you know, we see him as the antagonist because, well, he wants to fire Futaro and get a better teacher for them. But that's actually what makes him a good dad. You know, that's what makes him a good father. He's actually a good father. It's just that we see it from the perspective of the teenage quintuplets that are just annoyed by their father. But he's actually a good father. And I actually admire that man. Like, I wouldn't be able to take 5 girls and raise them as if they were mine. That is just admire. That's just, oh shit. As I was saying, that's just remarkable. That's an amazing person. He's an amazing father and human being and everything. Okay, let's just move on. But first, I'm gonna drink a little bit more because my throat's getting dry. Okay, I'm almost there. I actually thought I was gonna... I didn't think I was gonna take this long. Wait, why did you switch places? You must be the last one. Okay. Death Note. You know, I don't like the concept of... well, I don't like fighting in movies and that stuff. It's not that I like it. It's like, okay, it's there. I don't care. And Death Note... But I like Death Note fights. You know, they are not physical fights. They're like intellectual fights. That's what I like. It has all the Sherlock Holmes vibes, and I love Sherlock Holmes movies and all the Mission Impossible and kind of that kind of stuff. So let's put it in like, because I didn't actually like love it, but I like that those big brain moments and everything, and how, and unlike, like, for example, I don't know, modern movies or shows like Money Heist. I didn't actually watch it, but from what I've been told, it's like the professor outsmarting the police every single time. But not here, not Death Note. No, the police is, well, not the police, L. L is actually as intelligent as Light, so they're just like in that constant fight, that constant like clash of titans, clash of super intellectual geniuses. And that stuff, and it's just amazing watching that. I don't think I even need to describe it. We all know. I think we've all watched this one, right? Now, kanojo mo kanojo, girlfriend. I have some kind of love-hate relationship with this anime. Many people confuse it with the Rent-A-Girlfriend for some reason. I don't even know why. But this is the... Excluding this thing over here... This doesn't count. This is kind of in a gray area. This is... Ignore this. This is the only quote-unquote harem anime that it's actually a harem. Because, well, many people say the quintessential quintuplets and Rent-A-Girlfriend are harems, but I don't see it that way. Why? Because, yes, there are many girls, but the main character is not dating all of them at the same time. At least... in Rent-A-Girlfriend, not officially dating him. Futaro here, he chooses one in the end. This is debatable, but that's not what they're talking about right now. This is the only anime that I've watched in which the main character is actually dating more than one at once. So this is the only one that I consider an actual harem. And yeah, I don't know. There's not much to talk about. Like I know I liked it because well, it's funny, it's entertaining. You know, almost every episode ends in a cliffhanger too. That's what keeps you coming back too. But I like the feelings of each character. You know, well, Nagisa not giving up on him, even though he like that line that she says in the first episode, like, I'm not gonna give up just because I was turned down once. I'm gonna confess to you again. And that I like that. I like the mindset of hers. I don't think I have much more to say about that one. Sakagi song. I don't know. Love, masterpiece, love, masterpiece, love, masterpiece. Okay, masterpiece. Okay, no. Love. Okay, not that far. Okay, let's keep it cool with Takagi-san. It's mostly slice of life, you know. But I know there's a dairy type for Takagi, the ones that are like always teasing their love interests. My mom used to tell me that if someone teases me, it was because they liked me. And well, Takagi-san literally does that throughout this show. But I like how Nishikata, just like over the course of the anime, he just like, I don't know, he starts to understand Takagi better. Even though Takagi always outsmarts him, like he starts to know her better, and also Takagi starts to know Nishikata better. And even though Nishikata sees it as a fight, as a I have to be better than her and everything, I just think that they are, well, they're growing a friendship. They're not actually fighting, you know. Even though Nishikata thinks he's fighting with her, they're actually just growing a relationship. They're just middle school kids having fun. And you know, they became emotionally attached to each other throughout their school years. And I like that too. I liked the ending. They are middle school kids, so nothing yabai happens, of course. But we don't need yabai stuff to enjoy an anime, do we? Many people might, but I don't. I liked it. That's why I doubt if I should put it in love or masterpiece. I think I'm gonna leave it in love. Spirited Away. Well. I think it's okay. I don't know. There's so much going on, and it's like a little bit hardcore in that aspect. But like that, there's so much things going on and stuff. I actually didn't understand it the first time that I watched it. Maybe because I didn't actually even pay enough attention to it, because it didn't actually like interest me enough. I was just like watching it in the background while doing other stuff. So actually, I think it's in the same category as Demon Slayer. These two are the only animes that I've ever watched like in English in the background while doing something else, because they didn't interest me enough. I prefer watching everything in Japanese with subtitles. But well, if I'm gonna do something else at the same time that I'm watching it, I gotta put it in English, right, to understand without reading. These two are the only ones that I watched in English, because I wanted to watch them, but I didn't really care. I didn't put much attention to them. So yeah, I couldn't really talk about this one. I'm not even sure I know what happens there. Okay, moving on. We Never Learn. Okay, there's a lot to talk about this one. No, I actually think I'm gonna lower it down to like instead of love. The fact that it has multiple endings just subtracts points, because I don't like multiple endings. I like an organized timeline. I like having like a definitive conclusion. You know, I don't like multiple endings. That's why I didn't like it, even though the anime has one single ending, but the manga doesn't. But yeah, you know, The same thing, The growing relationship, oh, the thing with the Furuhashi's mother, that I cried so much there. But yeah, how the main characters whose name I already forgot, I only remember Furuhashi, Mafuyu, and Risu. Ogata. Yeah, like how the main character just helps them achieve their dreams, even though like they're literally born to do the opposite thing that they want to do, and how he doesn't give up on them, and how they don't give up on their dreams. That's what I liked about it. Komi can't communicate. No, this is just straight up a masterpiece. That's straight up a masterpiece. You know, I don't think I even have to explain it, do I? I don't think I even have to explain it. We all know. Whisker away. I love it. I love it. I love it. Why? Well, I don't know. I just do. I don't know why. And people say that when you love something or someone and you don't even know why, it's because you really truly love them. I don't know. I think that, I don't know, that might be just bullshit, but I think there's some truth on that. Well, basically, I like how she's like, I don't know, scared to be herself, just like we all are. And the cat mask, it's literally a mask, you know, and it transforms her into a cat. But being a cat is still a mask to like be her true self without like being afraid of people like not accepting her. And that's how she communicates with her crush without fear. Also because her crush, well, okay, you know what? She's actually not afraid. She actually talks to her crush on school, but he doesn't like her. And well, she uses the cat to like, yeah, get him to see that other side of her that he doesn't see, because he thinks she's annoying with her sunrise attack and everything. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but that concept of like, yeah, like the cat and everything, and seeing him with another, not personality, but another body, like another face, that's kind of interesting. Non-BRE, that's okay. You know, it's literally the definition of slice of life. Nothing, literally nothing happens. But I don't know, it's wholesome, and I use it as a therapy. I haven't finished it yet. I know there are 3 seasons. I'm like halfway through season 2. But I don't really watch it. Like, every time I'm feeling down or something, I watch one episode, like, as a therapy. Okay, before we go to the last 2, I'm watching another anime, Senko, the Helpful Fox Senko-san, and I won't include it here right now because, well, you know, I haven't finished it, so I don't know. I don't feel like rating it if I'm just halfway through. Like, I mean, it's a slice of life and everything, but rating it halfway through, rating an anime like that halfway through, it's, I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with it. Okay, let's keep going. We're almost there. Almost there. Kimi no Nawa, your name. I loved it. This was the first anime movie that I watched, and I cried a lot. And I stressed out so badly on the meteor scene when it was gonna strike, you know. That was stressful. And yeah, you know, we all know it, right? It's like the movie that everyone has watched. I don't know. We have all watched it, right? Yeah, I think we have. So yeah, I think that's a love. And last one. I saved this one for last because I'm probably gonna be talking about it for like 20 minutes. Why? Because this one is my absolute freaking favorite. You know, it's the anime that I've enjoyed the most in my entire freaking life. This is a freaking masterpiece. There's nothing ever in existence that will replace it. This one will stay top 1 until I die. Okay. It's just the best thing ever. I'm probably gonna try. We're gonna cry, I'm sorry. Every time that I watch it, I learn something new. You know? Like... My turn. No, I don't know. Every time that I watch it, I learn something new. There's, like... Every episode has, like, a valuable life lesson. Many people don't actually see that. Many people don't actually see, like, the emotional value of this show and then the movie. Like, Bunny Girl Senpai is just so good in terms of, like, all the emotional stuff and how every character there deals with their mental, emotional teenager problems, the puberty syndrome and everything. But, like, first of all, Mai-sen. Okay, let's go in order. First of all, Mai-sen. You know, her being so, like, feeling so much pressure. Wait, can I do that? Oh, I thought it was, like, the background of everything. Okay, never mind. Okay, so, Mai-sen being, like, so... feeling that much pressure about being an actress and everyone counting on them, that she wishes, like, that she would disappear. So she actually starts disappearing. Like, that's literally why the phrase "be careful with what you wish for" exists, right? So yeah, like, all that emotional stuff, and she wasn't visible again until she understood what she actually wanted, because she was confused. She didn't actually know that she actually wanted to go back to being an actress and everything. You know? And also, something that Rio Futaba highlights that I would like to point out, that Sakuta had been saying that it was, like, stupid to go against the atmosphere. Because, well, you cannot change the atmosphere. But then Futaba said that Sakuta demonstrated that the world can be changed with something as simple as a love confession. And, well, that's, like, so true. That it's enough with your love being high, like, big enough to go against what the others think. That's... I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it well, but, like, that concept in general is just... it's amazing. I don't know. I have, like, my theories about love and everything, but that's something different. Who's next? Koga. Koga's the next one. That thing that Futaba said. Well, Futaba is basically the one that carries the show. She explained everything. Koga, when Koga, like, was, like, throwing the dice, making the day repeat over and over again until she was satisfied with the result, that it's just, like, what we would want to do, right? But we don't realize that if we indeed had the chance to do that, we might not actually be in the future where we need to be. Because sometimes we go through things that we don't like, but those things are necessary. And in a few years, you might realize that something that you went through that you didn't like was actually something that you had to go through to be where you are now, or where you will be. And that's what Koga needs, like, to learn, that, like, it's okay if bad things happen, as long as you learn from those bad experiences. Who's next? Futaba is the one that's next. Like, the thing with her dual personality, having two personalities, that's just having, like, conflict. I see it as... okay, wait. I see it... the way I see it, she was just, like, having like that internal conflict within herself of not being able to accept herself and how she was, not being able to accept her body, even though she's hot AF. That was exactly what she didn't like about herself. And like she couldn't like be back to be wanting the person until she like accepted herself and accepted that, like, you know, she is who she is and she cannot change that. You know, like those are the valuable lessons that I've learned about from this anime. Every time I rewatch it like 15 times. Every time I rewatch it, I learn something new about it, and it has changed me as a person so much, and I that's why I love it. It might not be the best anime in the world, but it's #1 in my heart because of that reason. Then Nodoka, you know, being jealous of her sister and everything, and then the way that she lets go of her envy. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, like letting go of that like kind of hatred for her sister and learning to be herself and not to try to be someone else. God. Things with Kaede, that's way more complicated. And I don't know if I want to talk about it because I will surely cry. There's something, well, I won't talk about Shoko Makinohara because I would cry too. But I want to point out something that she said to Sakuta on the beach. I almost say something else. On the beach. The thing with the 4 kilometers. I've seen that many people didn't actually understand what she wanted to say with the thing of the 4 kilometers. That the horizon of the sea is from the beach at roughly 4 kilometers from your eyes, but that depends on the person. A taller person can see a little bit further, and a shorter person can see a little bit, cannot see that far away. And many people just think that she said it as a fun fact, but she didn't. She used it as an analogy. Her exact words, I don't remember exactly, but she said something like, just as the horizon that you see is further than the one that I see, life and how to live it is different for each person and how they see it. And you know, that's true in some ways. Of course, not all of us have the same life. Some of us are born in some unfortunate conditions. Some of us are blessed with a lot of things that many other people only dream of having. But in the end, you can just complain, or you can accept it and do something, or even be happy with what you have. You know, it's all about how you see life. If you decide to get depressed just because you don't have enough money, then you will live depressed. And if you just decide to be happy no matter what, you could be hungry, but I don't know, if you could, there's always a positive side. I don't know exactly what example to use right now, but I think there's always a positive side to everything. You know, yeah. Those are basically the things that the most that I like, yeah, that I don't know how to say it. I don't even know how to say it. Those are some of the things that I've learned from this show. There's a lot more, but I don't think I will be saying them all because, I don't know, it's way too much. I could be talking about this one anime, Bonnie Girl Senpai, for hours. You know, there's also Mai-san's death and everything. And everything that happened on the movie proved that thing that she said to Sakuta on the movie, on the show, that she loved her more than he realized, and she proved it in the movie. It's amazing. Also, that movie, I was not the crying type, you know. I used to be so insensitive, but anime in general made me so much more human. I now cry with every single stupid thing. And actually, Mai-san's death during the movie, that was the first time in my life that I've like screamed in pain. I know it might sound stupid for some of you, but yeah, that scene was the first time in my life that I actually felt like my heart was going to come out of my chest. It was the first time that I literally screamed in pain, in sadness. Yeah, it was, it was sad, but then seeing how they fixed everything, it was amazing. Also, Shoko's feelings about ruining Sakuta's life from her perspective and trying to go back just to make it so that he never met her, just so that he could be happy. That's just, I mean, Shoko really loved him. Because she wanted him to be happy, even though she knew that she would not be there for him sharing that happiness. And that just shows how much Shoko actually loved Sakuta, even though they were actually never actually got to be together. Because, well, Sakuta loved Maisen and everything. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop talking about this right now because I will cry. I will cry if I keep on doing this. If I keep on talking about that. So yeah, that is my anime list. It might be controversial because of the Demon Slayer stuff and all that. I'm actually gonna post it on Twitter. I'm actually gonna post it on Twitter. I just want to see people's reaction. I just want to see people's reaction. But yeah, then there's that. That was my anime list. That was my top anime tier list based on the ones that I've watched. And yeah, I think that's enough for you to know me a little bit better and my taste and everything. Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. I think I will stream on Monday. For now, I have nothing else to say, so sayonara.